Ladies and gentlemen, I know you see this title and you're just like, OP, we just got Shaman King, man. You already talking about another crossover? Well, the thing is about that, Global just got Shaman King, but JP has had it for quite a while. So JP has been due for a new crossover. So while we're all celebrating having fun with Shaman King getting shafted by Yo, JP's already been through that pain and they're currently ready for even more pain because guess what? A new crossover coming to them. And this new crossover I think is going to be also the crossover that is the hidden crossover for Global, because if you guys remember, Yama P announced that there would be 2 new crossovers at the end of the year for Global. And this crossover that's coming is, I want to say, this new crossover because it's actually a whole brand new thing. Now, let me just state real quick before we even get into this is that we do not know what these units do yet. We don't even know their typing, even though we can possibly guess it just by the effects and their artwork. The only thing we know is the artwork and what the crossover's name is, and of course the characters' names, because people have watched the anime or read the manga or light novel, whatever it is. Let me just say before I even say anything, I didn't even know this thing existed. I never heard of this anime once in my entire life. Not saying that it was bad, of course. It's just very shocking, I guess. It's one of the most left field choices that I've seen GS do, but I want to say GS has also picked some very obscure choices before for their crossovers. So without further ado, I know you guys are dying in suspense. So here we go. The next crossover for Grand Summoners Global and JP is none other than Jobless Reincarnation. Yep, you heard me right. Jobless Reincarnation is the next crossover for the game. So be happy, be mad, whatever the case may be. I don't know why you'd be mad, but I don't know. People are weird. That is the next thing coming to the game. I personally would actually really liked it to have been a different type of crossover. Like I really wanted us to cross over with like a game instead of an actual anime again. But I mean, I'll take it. So yeah, Jobless Reincarnation. Never heard of this anime before. Didn't even know this thing existed. But I kind of figured that you guys possibly want to know exactly what we're dealing with here. You know, who are these units? Who are these characters? So I'm gonna do my best to say their names and describe them to you. I do apologize if I mispronounce anybody's name because I have not seen the anime, but I did look up on the wiki to actually know what these characters' names are. So what I am assuming is the main character is that we are going to be having Rudeus Grey Rat. Seems like to me he's going to be an earth unit with this staff and everything going on here. Next is going to be Roxy. Definitely some type of water unit. I kind of actually hope she's a water nuker personally. Kind of similar to, I guess, Yusuke if you don't ramp him up. But I'm actually really hoping she's a water nuker. And then we're going to have Iris from what it looks like. Definitely a fire attacker. Maybe. And the final unit will be Sylphiette. These cast of characters, initial impressions as somebody who's never actually seen the anime before. I think their weapons look very interesting. That's pretty much all I'll say. I don't understand. Actually, never mind. Yes, I do. Yeah, that's pretty much it. I don't really know what else to say about it. I'm not saying the characters are poorly designed or anything. It's just their weapons are really cool design-wise. Even though they're like traditional staffs and everything, or staves, let me say, and you know, they look very unique. But then I also get a vibe from them. This is the most fantasy high school character designs I've ever seen. I don't know why, I just get that. I get like, yeah, they go to a different world. They look like that they're in some type of adventurers guild or some type of like school. And apart from that, like that's pretty much all I get from them. The coolest one to me, I think, is the fire chick, just because I really like the effects on the background artwork. I really like this like smeared fire effect that they do. I think who else has this? I think Benimaru has this possibly. I think whenever he like has his the orb around him and stuff like that. I could be wrong. It may be somebody else. I know Berwick has this kind of with his like huge fire sun in the background. And I also like her weapon. Her sword looks kind of nice too. But that's pretty much all we know about this crossover. Nothing else has been stated yet about what they do or anything. I've been keeping an eye on the official Discord's Japanese channel to see when we're actually going to be getting information on them, but nothing has been said there. I've also been keeping an eye out on the official Japanese Twitter for Grand Summoners, and also nothing has been said there. But yeah, 4 new units coming to the game. We may be getting a crossover ticket. Don't quote me on that, but it is very possible that we get a crossover ticket because we haven't got one in a very long time. But who knows? Maybe we won't. Either way, though, I do hope all these characters are pretty unique and really dope. At the end of the day, it is what it is. So yeah, hopefully everybody is happy with this. Like I said, I know a lot of people are excited about it, and I'm glad. I'm glad that a lot of people actually really care about it because, yeah, like I said, I never knew this thing existed. But then again, I don't watch too much anime. I hang out with a lot of people that do watch a lot of anime, so they usually tell me about a lot of different stuff. But I've never heard anybody mention this one to me. Thank you all again for coming out. It's been your boy OP. Also, thank you all for all the support recently. It's been insane on the channel. I made a community post yesterday about it, but we got over like 1,000+ likes on the Yo Summon video, which is just absolutely crazy to me. I can't thank you guys enough for that. And just with like all the Shaman King stuff recently, it's just been wild. Hopefully this crossover is going to be pretty exciting, you know? Maybe some good units, possibly some meta breakers, you know? Maybe a good support possibly here and there, you know? A good attacker, you know? Shake up the meta a little bit. But we'll have to wait and see. But thank you all again for coming out. It's been your boy OP. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe for more. And last but not least, don't forget to drink water.